Loic, you are renowned for being the organizer of a huge internet conference called Le Web in Paris. How does it come that you right now decided to start your own business again?
Well, it's my fifth, so I've never stopped actually. And I just thought there was something that wasn't done and that nobody was focusing on. I think the social software is very frustrating that you don't know people good enough, and that texts and blogs and Facebook are amazing, but this conversation should happen as well, like almost face to face using video. And YouTube and Dailymotion and all the video sites are not social sites. They let you publish and it's fantastic, but they don't let you interact with people. So that's what Seesmic is. It's all about many-to-many video conversations, and someone had to do it. Nobody had done it, so we're very excited.
You found already some renowned testimonials like Paulo Coelho. How did you get in contact with him, or did he just discover Seesmic by himself? Or did
there are many people who just discovered Seesmic by themselves, but in the case of Paulo Coelho, I was with him in Davos at the World Economic Forum and I showed him, and he loved it immediately, and so he comes very often. If you want to talk to him, it's a good place to talk to him. I also installed him on his phone. You can now post videos from the phone.
You are an entrepreneur. Tell me something about your background. What is your story? What have you done before, and how did you come up to that idea?
Well, I only kept creating companies, so this is my fifth one or something. I graduated from a business school called HEC in France, where I started my first company, which was an agency, a web agency, sold to BBDO. That was in '96. Then I created a web hosting company, which I sold to France Telecom. Then I created, I acquired actually a site called ublog, and I kept growing it and sold it to Six Apart. So I was one of the first blogging platforms. I built Six Apart Europe, and Le Web, and now Seesmic. And what gave me this idea is just that I'm so excited about social software myself that I thought video would be huge, and we only scratched the surface.
With Seesmic, you moved to the States. Why did you do that?
I moved to the States because there is a market there of 300 million people. They all speak one language, whereas in Europe you have to speak more than 20 languages. So it just, I think, we'll see, but it helps you start faster. And I love Europe and I miss it a lot. So we'll have, of course, versions for Spanish, French, and German. But I started by the US just for a change, and I'm very happy about it. I miss many things about Europe.
But looking on the European startup scene, what would you think are also good points which you can't find in the States?
Well, they should go to the web in Paris. But no, I think the European startups have a lot of diversity in their culture, and that's very interesting. They are. It's very tough, for example, for American companies to go in local markets here in Europe, like in Germany and so on, because all the differences, the cultures are very different. Like, for instance, I tried to launch blogging in Germany myself with Six Apart, and honestly it didn't grow much because I think the Germans don't blog too much. They don't like it, right? They are more like on Wikipedia, and and so you have to understand the cultural differences. So I think European startups are, understand them because it's theirs. But that's a big challenge for Europe. Is that each time you go in a different country, it's a different type of friends, different community, different culture. And it's good is that you're protecting your market. The bad is that it slows you down to spread.
So yeah, would you say that, to summarize it, you're saying that the European market is just a small piece of each country, so you don't see any chance for getting Europe, putting it together to get as important all together, like they did with the euro, huh? They put it in that currency which is now available in all countries. Do you see something possible like that also for the startup scene?
Well, it's possible to be big and European. There are many examples. One of them I'm a board member of is Mythic, the dating site. It's huge. But these are exceptions. So I think it's, to be honest, I think it's more difficult to do something worldwide based in Europe just because of us 20 languages, and it takes more time. Now if you do it, like Mythic did, you're protecting in a way which is unique because it's so tough that it's tough to do it. But I don't know about how Europe could do it better. I don't think there is even, I'm wondering if there is such a thing as Europe, honestly. It's more like Germany and France, and there is one currency that and a culture that brings us a little bit together, but I'm not, I think either the European Union or the states themselves, the countries could do much better at helping the startups go more from one country to another, but clearly not in the way they built Airbus, for example. It's a catastrophe. There is a European search engine, did you know, called Quero, which is French and German. It's a catastrophe. It never will launch, and it's hundreds of millions of euros. So I think they should better help the startups, and it's kind of easy to help them. Like, for instance, help people walk together across Europe much easily without having to create, like if you're a French company, you want to hire someone in Germany, it's terrible, or the reverse. You have to create a branch, and so make it easy. That would be the #1 thing they should do.
Okay. So, but going one step behind again, you are recommending for startups who want to grow internationally, but they better should think about going to the States directly for starting up their business and leaving Europe behind?
No, I wouldn't recommend that all the startups go to the US, but I would recommend them to have very serious ties with Silicon Valley, just because honestly it still is the center, and we Europe now, I take the other hat, we're the center of fashion, like, right? Paris and Italy, and the center of luxury also. Many industries have their center in Europe. The internet happens to be a lot in Silicon Valley. So I think you need to be very connected there, know what's happening, and go very often.
And with all your experiences and your overview, what would you think, which recommendations would you give for startups, for entrepreneurs?
I think the first advice I always give to entrepreneurs is not to try to find something revolutionary and wait for the idea of that's going to change the world, because that never happens. More like choose a space, like I did, video, conversation, and then execute, and create and iterate all the time. And listen to a community, create a community if you don't have one, start sharing on Twitter, on blogs, on Seesmic, on video, and then listen to people, and that's probably the easiest, and try to find something huge, right? It may become huge if you really listen to people.
Okay. So thank you for that little interview, and good luck with your business.
Thank you very much, and good luck with your business.